Hello, and welcome to McAlister Auditorium. At this time, we ask that you please note this facility's emergency exits. 2 are located to the sides of the stage, and 4 are located at the rear of both the main floor and balcony levels. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, Gubbies! Woo!
On behalf of the class of 2024, we would like to thank you all for being here to celebrate our graduates.
My name is Jakai Naija Norfleet.
And my name is Anna Chen, and we are honored to welcome you to an afternoon of celebration and new beginnings.
Well, we did it. We really started from the bottom, and yet we here now. The whole team's here.
Yeah, we were here for a good time, not a long time.
We have came a long way. Remember running back for a 9 o'clock curfew?
Remember when we didn't have hot water and we had to sign up for a spot in the portable showers?
Getting a slot was like the Hunger Games.
And who could forget breaking the prom dance floor?
I remember I remember washing my hair in the shower and having to get out because someone set off the fire alarm. You know who you are.
Yeah, Jakai, I remember our first ever community meeting when I was up at the front and I was so nervous and my hands were shaking so badly.
It is crazy to see how far we've come. It is really the hard times that bring us all together.
And I'm happy we could all overcome our senioritis. Woo! Govies, the future is ours and the future is us.
It has been an honor serving as your co-presidents this year.
Once again, we would like to welcome and thank you all for being here this afternoon as we celebrate our graduates.
We also want to remind you all to really take in this moment and be present and lock in.
Don't forget, many paths, one community, Govy unity.
Oh yeah. Co-President Anna?
Signing out.
Co-President Jakai? Signing out.
Good afternoon and welcome. I am also honored to welcome the families, friends, and graduates to our 24th commencement exercises this afternoon. Also to our live stream audience viewing our event online, I extend a warm welcome to you. I'd like to extend thanks to Jakai Norfleet and Anna Chen. I appreciate your committed service as co-presidents of the student body. On behalf of the administration of the Governor's School, I thank you for your leadership this year and for the thoughtful class gift to the campus presented on last evening. The generosity of the class of 24, your parents, and members of your extended families is greatly appreciated. At this time, I'd like to recognize the members of the Governor's School leadership that are seated on the stage. If they would please stand and be recognized. Mr. Chad Prosser, Chairman of the Board of Directors. Dr. Jennifer Thomas, Dean and Vice President of Arts and Academics. Dr. Matthew Burns, Vice President for Student Development. Ms. Betsy Beam, Vice President for Finance and Administration. Ms. Terry Mattress, Director of School Counseling. Ms. Anna Catherine Freeland, Chair of Academics and Humanities. Dr. Alan Rossi, Chair of the Creative Writing Department. Ms. Jose Goran, Chair of the Dance Department. Ms. Candace Dickinson, Chair of the Drama Department. Ms. Deidre Hutton, Chair of the Music Department. And Mr. David Gerhardt, Chair of the Visual Art Department. At this time, I'd like to acknowledge the faculty and staff seated in the audience. Please stand and be recognized. This group of employees have been committed mentors every step of the way for this outstanding graduating class. We're also happy to have a few special guests seated in the audience who, along with the families of our graduates, are also partners in their journey. They are ongoing partners in our work at the Governor's School who are fully committed to our mission and vision. We deeply appreciate their partnership. I would also like to ask them to please stand and be recognized. With us today is Oscar Douglas, Director of General Counsel in the Charleston County School District, representing Superintendent Anita Huggins. Angelica Carmago, Spanish teacher at the Green Upstate High School, representing Principal Allison Peak. And also Shante Miller, principal of Andrew Jackson High School. Again, we thank you for your partnership in preparing these young men and women for the Governor's School experience. And now, Mr. Chad Prosser has served on the board of directors for the Governor's School for the past 8 years and has chaired the board with diligence and great leadership. Mr. Prosser is executive chairman of Blue Century Cloud, a venture-backed technology company that he co-founded. In addition to a successful career in business, Mr. Prosser has a distinguished record of public service as an elected official, a U.S. Presidential Management Fellow, and cabinet member for South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford. He's been recognized for his service by many organizations and is a recipient of the Order of the Palmetto, South Carolina's highest civilian honor. More importantly, he's an artist himself. As a painter and photographer, he is passionate and he's a great supporter of the arts and a great supporter of the Governor's School. Mr. Prosser is a graduate of Rhodes College and holds a master's degree in international economics from Johns Hopkins University, their School of Advanced International Studies. He and his family live in Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. Please welcome Chairman Chad Prosser.
So I'm trying to determine by the volume of the applause which program kind of won that contest, but I'm going to give it to all of the faculty. The one thing I think that demonstrates is the special bond and relationship that our students have with the faculty here at the Governor's School. And that's one of the pieces of the secret sauce that really make this program so very special. So, Dr. Adderley, thank you for your way too kind introduction. And while we're on the subject of Dr. Adderley, I want to thank him for his leadership and his dedication to this school and to the program. I was, just a couple of weeks ago, I was in Lake City, South Carolina with Dr. Adderley at Art Fields, and the school sponsors Art Fields Junior. We sponsor the awards for young artists there. And Dr. Adderley had driven down that morning. We spent a couple hours at Art Fields, and then he was going to Beaufort to a dance competition to support our students, and then from there coming back home to Greenville. So you all see him on campus. I'm not sure everyone realizes the hours that he puts in supporting outreach in the community, supporting our students around the state. It's very impressive. So most of you are here for 2 years. A few of you are here for 3 years in some programs, and so you see a snippet of what's going on campus. But during the period of time that Dr. Adderley has been president, we've had a lot of change. In fact, we've been here about the same amount of time. We hired Cedric, I think, my second board meeting when we were here. So we've gone through this journey together. The campus has changed a lot. We have a new music building that we had to navigate through COVID and also blast the side of the mountain several times in order to be able to put the building there, but also a generational change. So we have, again, such wonderful faculty at the school, and we still have a core group of those who helped found the school, who've been with us a long time, that we're very proud to have still teaching, but you can imagine, as we're coming up on our 25th anniversary in 25, very convenient, I can remember that. We've been through some generational change, so we've started to have some retirements, and people have other priorities in life, and we've had some faculty changeover. And Dr. Adderley and Dean Thomas and the other leadership of the school and faculty chairs and faculty members involved, I think have done an outstanding job of bringing new faculty members on. And I've met, I think, most all of our new faculty members, and I'm so impressed with the level of skill and commitment that we've received with these new faculty members. It's just wonderful to see, and to see the organization moving forward. So I do want to just recognize Dr. Adderley and his leadership for that. Thank you, Dr. Adderley. So, also want to welcome the parents. During the period of time I've been on this board, all three of my boys have graduated from high school, gone to college, and now we're going through college graduation. So believe me, I understand the excitement that the parents and families have here today, seeing their graduates receive this wonderful honor and move on to the next stage of their life. Since I'm not on campus every day, I'm here for board meetings and a few other things. During our meetings, we always have a luncheon with students, and it's always nice to be able to interact, get some one-on-one time with students, and get to wander through the classrooms and just see the things that are going on in the school. So at our last board meeting, at my table, Jakai, our co-president, who was just up here, I asked her, she was sitting at my table, I said, Jakai, now, the last thing your class, the class of 24, really want to deal with is me talking to them for a long period of time. And I always feel like, what do I need to say to the students? And so I asked Jakai for a little advice, and she said, well, you got to have energy, and you need to say something encouraging. So I thought that's a great piece of advice. I'm not sure, I'm not stage trained like you all, so, but I hope I can do an okay job, and it will be brief. If not, you can complain to Dr. Burns. I hear he's very good at handling complaints. Many of you did not know this. Did you know that when school is in session every morning, Dr. Burns comes in and personally chooses the menu in the cafeteria? Little inside humor there. Okay. So, it's starting to get hot. We're going into the summer. What does that make you think of? One of the things that's happening this year, one special thing that happens every 4 years is what? The Olympics, the Paris Olympics. So how many of you knew that in the modern Olympics, they used to give medals for the arts? Class 24, did anyone? Okay, all right, there we go. One other person in the room knew that. So I found this out. I thought it was really remarkable. So in addition to the decathletes and the gymnasts and the swimmers, there were musicians and sculptors and painters and writers that participated in the modern Olympics. In fact, 100 years ago, the Olympics were in Paris in 1924, and that was the pinnacle of the arts in the Olympics. The founder of the Olympics, Pierre de Coubertin, said that it should be a I think I misspelled it, pentathlon? Pentathlon of muses. Who knows? But it should be on par with the athletic competitions. And this is something we talk about all the time in an arts school and an arts program, and we talk about STEM versus STEAM, adding the A to the arts as being a very important part of life and humanity. So I thought this was really interesting. De Coubertin was trained in classical art and literature, so he obviously had an appreciation for the arts. And many artists participated over the 25 years or so that artists were actually part of the Olympics. In fact, in 1923, the painter Jack Butler Yeats, whose brother William Butler Yeats, the poet, painted a painting called The Liffey Swim, and I've actually seen this painting. It's in Dublin in the National Gallery of Ireland. It's quite impressive, and his painting won the gold medal in 24, right after his brother had won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 23. So unfortunately, after about 25 years, things began to change. Of course, we went through the interwar period, and the arts were eventually phased out of the Olympics. I don't think that's a good thing, but the press release basically read that because many of the competitors in the arts were now professionals, they would no longer be awarding medals to the artist. But something we probably need to change in the future. So three quick takeaways from that whole little bit of interesting history. Hopefully you found it interesting. One is that we all are responsible, and as you go out to your next pursuit, whether you're going to college or to a professional arts group, we need to always be mindful to keep the arts in parity with the other academic disciplines, because they're extremely important, and in many ways even more important to humanity as a whole. So that's something we all are responsible for. The second is, I'm always struck at how prepared you all are, the graduates. I'm speaking to the graduates here. When I walk through the campus and I see that, half your day of every academic day is spent practicing the arts, it makes me think of Olympians. They may get up at 5 a.m. and practice their swimming or whatever, but you all are just as proficient at these skills that you have developed here at the Governor's School. So you are prepared for whatever comes next in life. In fact, we've even had, a few people do extremely recognizable things that have been recognized and awarded and would be the equivalent of medalists today in the Olympics. The third thought I had was just that, the Olympics is a big international event. It's something that is bigger than any of us or any one thing. It's about making the world a better place, hopefully, and bringing people together. And that's something you all should remember as well, that you should use your arts and your skills to do something that's bigger than yourself, to really bring about change in the world, however you think that should happen, to get out there and participate. And you all are prepared, you're ready. We're very proud of the class of 2024. There are really no limits to what you can accomplish. I've had the benefit of seeing our alumni now accomplish many great things, and I know you all will go on to do similar wonderful things. So on behalf of the board, class of 2024, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Prosser. We indeed appreciate your committed support. Good afternoon once again, everyone. To the graduating class of 2024, I'm extremely honored to have this opportunity to address you and bid you farewell. You've given me so much joy throughout your time with us. You've given me a level of fulfillment and provided so much of an inspiration daily that I constantly reflect upon your talent, your skills, your work ethic, and the many accolades that you have accomplished while enrolled. I'm deeply humbled to represent you and your peers. As graduating seniors, I know for certain that this has been one of those years that's been truly exhilarating. For some, it's been one of those years that you couldn't wait for it to end. Even so, I know that it's also been one of those years that you also never wanted to end. Reflecting all that has occurred, I know that you will treasure these memories forever, as most of you already know that your next experience will be far removed from what you had here at the Governor's School. I will also treasure these memories forever. I will miss everything about you, both individually and collectively. You've achieved some of the most impressive accomplishments that a group of young people could have ever imagined. Over the course of the last 2 years and 3 for some, I've met and interacted with most of you, and I've found myself in awe of, inspired by, and influenced by your creativity, your vision, your innovation, and your commitment. I find myself in awe as I've watched you excel in and out of the classroom, in rehearsal and on the stage, in the studio and in the gallery, on the campus, in the greater Greenville community, and even across our state. But most of all, I find myself in awe of your courage. When we think of courage, we often label it as strength in the face of fear or facing one's fears head on. I believe that is truly representative of each of you. You've been bold, daring, and unafraid, and going where only a few select students from our state have ventured to explore. While others vocally expressed a fear of the unknown and passed on the opportunity to join your specific class, you willingly accepted and embraced the chance to be here. You accepted the circumstances of the governor's school and the many restrictions that go with it. You left home and sacrificed so much of what we have come to know as the typical high school experience. And when you were prepared for all that you were told prior to that August day when it all began, it was, even still, very different from what you expected. Unlike those that came before you, your experience was tailored even more explicitly for you as you completed that transition to the governor's school, from the school of the past to the governor's school of the future. As we fully immersed ourselves in the spirit of collaboration and cooperation with full-blown curricular revisions and a long list of very new faces and all too familiar spaces, the governor's school became a very different place over the course of your experience. And we're better for that. And your learning experience was better because of that. It was an excellent one. You came together as a unified community of learners by way of the many paths of which we so often speak. And you embarked upon a journey that is a process that, even after 24 years, is still very much evolving. Throughout your time, over and over again, our circumstances unfortunately required us to rebuild the plane as we were flying it. And as we shifted gears in every department, you excelled. You excelled in the school of the future. You are living proof that change, and significant change at that, was not simply a good option for your future, but it was vital to your artistic and your academic growth. And it was critical in making you excellent in every possible way. You embraced the changes and saw them through to the end. And that's what I call courage. You most certainly will need that courage beyond the walls of the governor's school, because each of your paths at the next level will be vastly different from those that walked before you even just a few years ago. During your Govy experience, you've not let fear stop you from stepping outside of your comfort zone and taking many, many risks. I challenge you to continue in that fashion. Tomorrow indeed belongs to those who not simply dream big, but prepare for it today and courageously take the risk without hesitation. You're not likely to see that level of discipline in most environments as you move forward. But the discipline that you now have will most certainly provide the freedom that will take you where you want to go. So, as a part of your daily routine, keep this from this day forward. Without question, your class is a true representation of your generation that both speaks of and acts upon the values that our society needs. A commitment to excellence, a true desire to learn beyond what is required, and the courage to make change and be committed to that change, because it is what is clearly needed. Seniors, I want you to celebrate this day and every day that follows. Celebrate with the spirit of great accomplishment. You have proven to be nimble and quick under all circumstances, and I will miss everything about you. Take this unique spirit of the Govey community with you wherever you go. Continue being exceptional, continue to grow, and continue to be courageous as only you can. And as you explore the world, remember the time that you spent here, and always remember that this community and our campus is a place that you can call home. Congratulations to you all. At this time, I would like to welcome to the stage the Governor's School Cantus Choir under the direction of Elliott Smith, performing Shenandoah and The Road Home.
see your smiling valley, where we're bound away across the wide Missouri.
also like to acknowledge Hayden Rucker, who played cello on that first piece so beautifully. Thank you, Hayden. Each year, seniors are invited to nominate a peer to represent their class as the senior speaker. Nominated students are invited to prepare and present their speeches to a committee of students, faculty, and staff, which has a very tough job to do in selecting one speaker from among a very diverse and dynamic pool. You can read excerpts from other speeches in your printed program this afternoon, but ultimately this committee must select one student to represent the graduating class. It is my distinct honor to introduce the committee's choice. Please welcome our commencement speaker for the class of 2024, Sanjay Govindarajan.
Hello, SCGSAH class of 2024. My name is Sanjay Govindarajan, and I am ecstatic to say these words. We did it. Here we stand at the finish line of this long-winded marathon. Through the endless challenges of balancing our academics with our arts, acing our juries and our performances, cleaning up our rooms before room inspection, getting all our Govy 101 credits, finishing every single Mangle standard outline, coming to terms with the new soda machine, frantically rushing out of the building when the fire alarm goes off, surviving each school-wide epidemic, community meeting, and hall meeting, and not letting the senioritis bring us down, we came out on top. And we did it with passion, perseverance, and grit. When I was sitting down to write this speech, I thought a lot about my fellow graduates and the particular qualities we as a class emulate. A couple of things came to me. The first was the talent. You can't go to a single recital, gallery, or showcase without being blown away. As artists in South Carolina, we are constantly reminded that our chosen path is not lucrative, or senseless, or a waste of time. After 2 years at the governor's school, I can firmly say that none of that is true. Witnessing what the class of 2024 has created has been life-changing. Art can move, art can change, and those infinite possibilities are sitting right here in this room, waiting for the world. The second thing that came to mind was the community. Entering Govy as a junior, in the middle of our high school career, we all had to do some flailing around before we could find our footing. Many of us did and still do struggle with homesickness and imposter syndrome. This collective experience brought us together in a silent way. Every day, I am inspired by my fellow seniors. This community has given me countless lifelong fruitful connections that I know will go on to enrich my life and my career in the future. The main thing that came to mind, however, was our resolve. At first glance, it seems like much of the senior class is resentful of their time at Govy. While our school represents all the growth and achievement we've accomplished over these past 2 years, it also represents all the struggles we faced. We sacrificed a traditional high school experience to live at the governor's school. In this time, we've undergone ruthless change, heartache, conflict, and anger, all magnified under the lens of living in such close quarters. Through this thick and thin, however, we've stayed defiant. Not only do we face every challenge head on, but we take every challenge apart, dissect it, criticize it, and learn from it. When we disagree with something, we make our stance clear, our voices heard, our names known. No matter what we are told, denied, or subjected to, we refuse to be complacent. We are lifelong learners, guided by strong values and ambitious visions. I couldn't think of a better group of teenagers to change the world. These past 2 years haven't been clean and easy, that's for sure. It's been dirt and grime and muck, but muck is exactly where we grow. And while each of our Govey experiences may be filled with regrets, coming to the school is certainly not one of them. With the end of one chapter comes the beginning of another. And as many say, our next chapter is the most exciting one yet. We're about to experience the worlds with fresh eyes, free souls, and unbound spirits. We're about to embark on a journey rich in obstacles and opportunities, a daring quest for which we've been preparing our entire lives. This is the moment each challenge has led us to. Each lesson, each tutorial, each jury, each evaluation, each rehearsal, each studio, each homework assignment, each ensemble member, each fight, each loss, each gain. We're here. And we have all the tools we need to make our dreams a reality. As one of my greatest mentors always said, you have two options. I suggest you swim. It's time to swim. Now, before leaving the stage, I would like to take a moment to honor my dear friend, a fellow member of our senior class, who is unable to be here today, Kamor Smith. Today's commencement ceremony is truly incomplete without acknowledging her. Her light and presence have made these last 2 years some of the best of my life and have served as a blessing to much of the Govey community. Thank you.
Thank you, Sanjay. You've indeed been an inspiration to us all. Dean Thomas, as president of the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities, I offer my sincere thanks to the parents, family, staff, and faculty who have contributed to the achievement of this class of talented artists and scholars. Now, I am honored to present to you the candidates for graduation from the class of 2024.
As we prepare to present our graduates, we ask that you hold your applause and other celebratory noises until all students have crossed the stage and received their diplomas. Try. This will allow each student's name to be heard and appropriately honored. Once all diplomas are received, our seniors are asked to stand for the confirmation of degrees, and then we will all cheer loudly and raise the roof. Isaiah Nijay Allen. Trilby Rose Allen. Chris Barrick. Nigel Rose Baucom. Bella Rain Bassano. Lauren Emerson Baxter. Ava Grace Beasley. Madison Shelby Bessida. Hannah Lauren Brush. Nora Moss Byers. Anna Chen. Babs Carol Cobb. Alex Coley. Liam Patrick Conway. Veronica Evelyn Cooker. Ollie Marie Cooper. Grace Collins Cope. Richard George Korn. Emily Whitlow Cox. Paige Nicole Dayton. Anna Catherine Dennis. Olivia Lane Dermody. Aiden Robert Devers. Piper Leona Dunn. Tegan Bright Edwards. Connor Wayne Fanny. Sky Flutter. Elena Lee Ford. Meredith Mackenzie Foster. Larissa Ann Fowler. Sabrina Michelle Francis. Michelangelo Funfrock. Xavier Mason Galloway. Sanjay Desikan Govindarajan. Piper Nicole Green. Samantha K. Greenman. Ariel Faith Greer. Claire Marie Harvey. Juno Hayes. Hannah Elizabeth Abear. Anthony Hodges. Daniel James Howard. Anna Christina Illy. Corbin Elisha Nathaniel Irons. Andrew Gibson Jones. Richmond Savannah Dunn Joyce. Lainey Bell Kefauver. Aubrey Michelle Kidd. Sophie Elise Kutcher. Clara Nicole Lanning. Jane Louisa Ashton Lawrence. Parker Grace Lesher. Alexia Singi Liu. Peyton Walker Mann. Addie Rose McClure. Jacob Finn Merritt. Jake Montroy. Adley Vassie Moore. Catherine Bethay Munn. Jasmine Elizabeth Myers. Nolan Dennis Nichols. Lucas Charles Nixer. Jakai Nyasia Norfleet. Jakai, you got your diploma. Go back and get your diploma. Molly Oldstrom. Wolfgang Alexandra Perret. Kira Jean Picardo. Gracie Lynn Pfeiffer. Rue Donna-E Pinto. Emma Jean-Marie Poole. Tegan Marie Prickett. Ethan Nicole Ratchford. Tegan Marie Rauch. Lillian Brooke Reese. Charlie Alfredo Rojas. Hayden C. Rucker. Tyler William Russell. Aaron Shelby Semple. Natalie Lauren Seville. Anna Lynn Scherfinski. Olivia Joan Shoemaker. Sage Lee Schaup. Kyasia Ariana Tiara Sims. Jordan Nathaniel Slater. Karja Kamor Smith. Caden Joseph Starnes. Ren Grace Stevenson. Benjamin A. Stickney, Jr. Seneca Rain Steele. Ellie Sophie Strom. Sarah Rochelle Swoop. Meredith Taylor. Madeline Elizabeth Thompson. Rachel Hannah Thompson. Kate Tolchinsky. Brooke Lindsay Turner. Sophia Alessandra Valverde. Sal Varquez Palk. Ryan Ariel Vasquez. Sebastian Visser. Liv Waller. Scout Michelle Ware. Spencer Grace Watson. Emily Savannah Wham. Owen Carter Whitehead. Haley Fair Whitelaw. Reese Charlene Wiggins. Freeman Paul Williams. Jacob Alexander Swernikowski. Graduates, please stand. It is not official yet. Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. I have some very official words to say before it's completely true. So let's hold on 1 second. You have completed the requirements for a high school diploma as prescribed by the State Department of Education of the state of South Carolina. Therefore, by the authority vested in me by the Board of Directors of the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities, I now declare you 2024 graduates of the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities. Please move your tassels and congratulations.
Today, we observe an important rite of passage, one that even today is rare for many families as students still become the first in their families to graduate from high school. How fortunate we are to know that each of these students, whether first or 101st in their families to reach this milestone, we know that each of these students is capable of the highest levels of professional success from this day forward. To the parents and families of our graduating class, I thank you for being partners in this venture and for your support of the graduating class. For it has been through your continued love, encouragement, and support that these young people achieved all that they have over the course of the last several years. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for joining us on this special day as we celebrate the end of a journey and the beginning of the next chapter in what we know will be many success stories in the lives of these fine students. Enjoy this day. Go in peace. Thank you for joining us in this great day of celebration. We ask that the audience stay in place during the recessional of the graduates and employees. Everyone, please stand for the recessional.